Hello, this is Paula Anderson with Paula Anderson Coaching Consulting. And today I am wanting to share just a little personal story about where I am and some of the things that I have faced over the last 2 years. So, back in 2023, I started working for a community college, Jackson State Community College, located in Jackson, Tennessee. And while I was working there, I helped individuals with medical coding, medical law, and ethics. So this was a role that I really did enjoy because it gave me an opportunity to work on some project management, but it was also a very challenging role because the students were remote and so it was not in person. So that was the challenge. But one of the benefits of me working at Jackson State Community College is that I actually received an online certification through the American Colleges and Universities, so AQ. Now, fast forward. So that position ended in 2024, and I had to regroup and start doing something different. So I was living in Jackson, Tennessee from 2022 up until 2024. And I started working as an adjunct professor at Southwest Tennessee Community College, also Dyersburg, and then in the spring of 2025, I was working as an adjunct at Lane College. So this is just a little bit of the feedback that I want to share. So working at a community college, of course, we know that students may have online learning and they may have in person. One of the challenges with online learning is that individuals do not have an opportunity to really build a strong relationship with you because they don't get to see you in person as opposed to in person. Now, we know that different generations like to learn online, and then we know we have generations that prefer in person learning. So, my preference is in person, but I can do online, but it has to be limited to a certain amount of hours. Now, I actually got my second bachelor's degree through an online program at the University of Memphis in public relations. So, it's a strictly an online course. And I really did think that I could do that online, but I was able to be disciplined and complete that program. And I had a very good instructor. Now, this year, I started working at another technical college located in Horn Lake, Mississippi. And one of the challenges with that program is that there are students that had an overwhelming amount of work to do, but they also were working during the daytime. So their schedules were pretty much tied up from 8 to 5, and then they were in class from 5 to 10. Well, how can you actually study in between that time period if you're actually at work all day and then you come to school at night? So there really was not any time to study throughout the week. So one of the things that I tried to do, I tried to be very considerate of the students, so giving them opportunities to work on assignments while in class, also trying to help them to learn what they needed to learn. Now, as an educator, I know what it means to learn, comprehend, and retain knowledge. You do not do that by just listening to a person for an hour. You have to learn outside of the classroom. So even if I prepare a very good lesson for you, if you don't do anything with that knowledge outside the classroom, you're not going to retain it. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I'm very passionate about education, meaning that when I teach someone, my goal is to impart knowledge. Now, the way that I communicate that may not be the way that you want me to communicate it to you, but you're going to get results. So, the individuals that I have worked with that have completed the training that I have advised them to do, that have really been focused and dedicated to learning the concepts, they have been successful. And so, if you are not someone that really wants to learn how to do certain things, and I mean learning it the traditional way, I'm not saying that technology cannot be a part of the process, but you have to learn, you have to study, you have to read, you have to go back and practice over various concepts. So this video is just a little personal story about some of the challenges that I have faced over the last couple of years. It's been very challenging, and I don't take it. Some of the things that I've experienced, of course, were designed for my growth, but then some of the things that I faced sometimes led to some stress in my life. So I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am and some of the things that I have faced over the last couple of years. And again, Paula Anderson Coaching Consulting is an educational service, and we provide leadership, communication, medical coding, and behavioral health continuing education to healthcare professionals. So stay tuned for more content from Paula Anderson Coaching Consulting, and I hope to see you in one of my classes or in one of my workshops.